Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. Back on with us is Rohit Srivastava, chief investment officer and portfolio manager with Saroj and Bhanu Fund, talking about an artificial intelligence-based algorithm as predictive analytics. Thanks for being back on the podcast.
Thanks, Josh, for having me. First of all, a little bit of disclosure that this is all for entertainment. This is all for learning. There is no financial advice given here. Use your own analysis and your own thought process in investing when you're investing in this. This is only for fun purposes. We're talking about the Cannabis Index, which we have been talking for a bunch of weeks now. This was where about 4 months ago. This is what about a month ago. This is 2 weeks ago, and this is where we are. So you can see that in the last 3 weeks, there has not been any movement. There has not been very little movement. So I would say that it is still testing the support of 475. It is below 475. It's around 455 and stuff. But anything around that, I would still say it's still testing. I won't consider it to be like losing the support at this point. Well, it does look like, but from my experience, I would say that it is still testing it. We should just watch and see when to get back into there. And from the cash in and outflow, we saw all this activity happening this last couple of weeks, and it is still right around like below zero, and there is no new cash coming in. So there is really a lack of investment in there. We did see that small silly spike happening during the late November, early December, and that's I don't know if it was related to some of the regulations that was happening, but at this point, I would say that it is still a hold point of view. There is nothing happening here. There is no movement. There's no new investments, no new money flowing in. So at this point, I would say that it is still, the market is moving really sideways. From the short-term buying and selling, we have been tracking what we are buying and what we are selling at this point, and this is where we are today. And we actually sold ABBV on 1-2, and I forgot to update that field out there, but we actually sold ABBV, and the point where and actually it's a very good thing that I think it had a great run from mid August till today, till last week, and it's about 34%. I think that was a great run to have that kind of an achievement. Most funds probably can't achieve that much even in a year. So I think I would say that's a great part of the AI, where it triggered to buy at a very good point and selling at a very good point. Overall, from a summary point of view, I'm sorry, it still says 2019. We're in 2020. But what I would say is that I think we are still testing the 475 support. It might be okay to invest with caution in some of the favorite stocks. If I personally would have to invest, I would probably get into Cron, and we can talk about that next week why. But I think some of the stocks might be really in the deal, and it might be a good point to get in, but cautiously, not really trying to invest a whole lot into that, but cautiously investing into that. And from a short term, we sold ABBV. Sorry. From a short term, we sold ABBV. We have not got into any new investment, and that's all I have for today.
It's an interesting look over the last few weeks, is just kind of moving sideways. So I don't know if that's going to take another 2 or 3 weeks for that to play out and have a breakout either to the upside or downside. Just going to have to come back to the Talking Hedge and find out.
We are getting into the earnings cycle, so there might be a lot of actions around that. We'll see how the last quarter went. So, and there is a lot of geopolitical stuff happening around. So the market movement might be happening, or in one way or the other. So we'll see what happens in the next.
It's going to be year of the revenue, I think, and a lot less about speculation. But as it plays out for technical analysis, a lot of that won't matter. But I think in terms of how the year plays out, we are going to have a breakout. I'm interested to see which way it goes, though. All right, with that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is The Talking Hedge. I want to thank Rohit Srivastava, Chief Investment Officer with Saroj and Bhanu Fund. Thanks again for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out.